Fallout 4 is a game rated M by the ESRB. Hello and welcome back to more StephenPlays Fallout 4. On the last episode, we got our first vision of this. This is a bit of a wreck. That's my old neighborhood. We're going to have to go check it out. I think that's actually what our current objective is, although to be honest, I'm compelled enough to check it out without being told to. We also escaped from the vault, which is exciting, but we're going to be back, not only for that weapon, but also to see if it's possible to get into those pods. There's someone in there that I'd like to see again. We got some birds around, so it's not completely dreary. Don't actually know if I can... I'm sure I could kill the birds. Wanted to test that. Where'd you go, buddy? Do you give me anything? Actually, no. Also, you kind of got blown apart. Holy crap. Wow. I didn't think that would happen. Also, no supplies from that. Ammo's going to be precious throughout Fallout 4. That'd be my guess, so I should be careful. But also, I should definitely check around for supplies. Let's see, if we check our Pick-Boy and go over to... let's see. It's going to take me a minute. Data? Yeah, go home. Go home. I've made it out of Vault 111 only to find the world I knew completely destroyed by nuclear war. I need to head home and see if there's anything left. Once again, the game doesn't have to tell me to do this for me to want to do this, but I am going to check around for supplies. Seems like a good idea. Molotov cocktail. Yeah, I'll take that right away. And a straw pillow. To throw grenades or place mines, equip them in the Pip-Boy, then press, then hold and release the right bumper. Okay, a straw pillow. Gotta be careful not to take too much stuff, but we'll see what happens. These are empty bottles. Elevator button. Set sends it back down. We don't need to do that right now. Folder. And a wrench. We already grabbed some of that. Oh, first aid, stim packs, and purified water. Fantastic. I'm going to be familiar with some of the items because I have played through Fallout 3. It's been a long time since I've played through Fallout 3, admittedly. But I did go through the game, so something should ring a bell. Might take me a few minutes to get my bearings on some things, but otherwise I should be good. So that's blocked off. We will be checking, probably by the end of this Let's Play, we'll have checked every little inch of this map. I know that's kind of what we did in Skyrim, and I enjoyed doing it that way. Kind of doubt there's anything here. I'm actually kind of surprised that there was, you know, stim packs and purified water even left. I figured that this place would have been completely scoured. But maybe not. Got a desk fan? Kind of weird. Holding on to it just for funsies. Ashtray. So this is obviously gone. We got some rounds. Nothing in the desk. Huh. Oh, a bottle cap. We just made our first buck. So now we have some money. Man, I'm trying to put myself in Grit's shoes, in Grit's mindset, because this must have been crazy. Keep in mind, you know, it's been 200 years, and for him, this has all felt like, I mean, I don't know how long, but not long. Maybe all in the span of, like, 2 hours at most. And to go from, you know, everything you know being fine to 200 years into a post-apocalyptic future like that, all in 2 hours, that's crazy. Hub flower. So it looks like we can collect some local fauna, which is nice. Let's go ahead and check down here, see what we got here. Bloodleaf, or some other stuff. I don't know what this would be for. Can we drink the water? Drinking unpurified water does cause radiation damage. So, that's something that we'll talk more about. When we look at our Pip-Boy, you gotta get familiar with where everything is here. Let's see, where would be our current rads? Is that in data? It's not in data. It's gonna take me a bit to figure out where every single thing is in here. Special. Maybe we don't have enough rads for it to show. I thought it would actually show us like a numerical value, but I don't see where that is. All radio stations and broadcasts. We'll be checking out the radio stations a little bit. It's Classical Radio and Diamond City Radio. Basically, throughout the game, you are going to... okay, it says up there, you've taken radiation damage, reducing your max health. Visit the doctor, use right away to restore health lost to rads. If you look on the bottom left corner of the screen, you'll see our HP. Now, that should be familiar. We have hit points just like we would in many other games. But the red is the radiation, and that prevents us from reaching max health. So we've got to use things like Rad Away or a doctor or something to actually get that back. So we can restore our health and get our green bar up by drinking water, but it is going to cause radiation. So now we're back. We're back in my old hometown. And this is crazy, man. A dog bowl. Once again, taking everything. Completed, go home. Oh my god, is that Codsworth?
As I live and breathe.
No way.
Oh, it's really you.
Oh my god.
Codsworth? You're still here. So, other people could still be alive too.
But of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the wife see you in that state, hmm? Where is the missus, by the way?
Oh man.
They killed her.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Codsworth, listen to me carefully. Have you seen him? Have you seen Sean?
Why, the missus had him last, remember? Or perhaps she's gone to the Parker residence to arrange a play date. I'm sure she'll be back with him momentarily.
It doesn't make sense. There's just no reason someone would take my son.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
See, this is where I guess you would normally figure out that it's been 200 years. And we looked at the Pit-Boy because I was very, very curious last episode. But...
doesn't matter how long it's been. I feel fine.
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Or give or take a little, for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack? You must be famished.
Codsworth, you're acting a little bit weird. What's wrong?
Oh, sir, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust?
This poor robot. Also, you'll notice that the option that I chose was in yellow, and if you guys saw that thing that appeared in the top left corner of the screen, that was a charisma check, basically. And because we have extremely high charisma, we're going to have access to very unique dialogue options throughout the Let's Play, which I'm really excited about.
Take all the time you need.
Whoa. Focus, Codsworth.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
A holotape? What's on it?
I believe it's a private message for you. My etiquette protocols would not permit me to play it for myself. Any standard holotape reading device should be able to play it back. Oh, like that Pip-Boy on your arm. That should work brilliantly. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? The missus and young Sean may turn up yet.
Have you seen anything dangerous?
Oh, just the usual, sir. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes. Shall I investigate?
Yeah.
All right. Lead the way.
Proud to serve, sir.
Before we continue, maybe we should take a look at this holotape. Although I gotta admit, Ooh, this is gonna sting something fierce.
Oopsie. No. Little fingers away. There we go. Okay. Just say it. Right there. Right there. Yay! Hi, honey. Listen, I don't think that Sean and I need to tell you how great of a father you are. But we're going to anyway. Isn't that right? You are kind and loving. And funny. That's right. And patient. So patient. Patience of a saint, my mom used to say. Look, with Sean and us all being home together, it's been an amazing year. But even so, I know our best days are yet to come. There'll be changes, sure. Things we need to adjust to. You'll rejoin the civilian workforce, and I'll shake the dust off my law degree. But everything we do, no matter how hard, we do it for our family. Now, say goodbye, Sean. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Come on. Bye, honey. We love you.
Well, that was rough. Man. And I'm back in my home. Things look a little different, as you might expect. My comic is still laying on the counter. Now, in past games, these have been very useful. Let's see if they continue to be.
Hell yeah.
You've collected an issue of Grognak the Barbarian. Critical hits with unarmed and melee attacks permanently do plus 5% damage. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh man. Alright, let's take a look in here. Man, once again, to Sean, or not to Sean, to Grit. I guess to Sean too, but he was, I guess a little young. To Grit, everything happened, you know, like I said, probably at this point like 2 hours ago. So I was looking in this mirror 2 hours ago, in his head. Stim packs and bobby pins, those are all very useful things. We'll take them with us. Don't think there's anything else that we can really use in here. Mr. Handy Fuel. See, that's another question I had. How has Codsworth continued to operate for 200 years? Seems exceptional. Get a toaster. I think I'm good. Completely blew the doors and everything off of this. A desktop picture frame? I don't know if that has any of, like, the photos of us in it, but if it does, it'd be worth taking. Oh my god. Here's Sean's room. Toy car, baby rattle. I think I might take these as mementos. And you're special. So this is actually going to permanently increase one of our points here. Strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, or luck. To be honest, I haven't given it a lot of thought where I'm going to build into with the special. I like where I started, and I think that was important. There's also a few other elements in Fallout that we're going to use to boost things. There's things called bobbleheads that make an appearance in the games, and they also permanently increase attributes by 1. So, at earliest convenience, we'll probably try and hunt down the charisma bobblehead and get to 10. For that reason, I'm not going to put this special point in charisma. We have other options. We could do endurance, which would increase our overall health. Strength would increase our carrying capacity. There actually are some perks further down into perception that I would really like to get a hold of. Doesn't have to happen right this second, but stuff to keep in mind. High intelligence would be sweet. There's some really cool perks down that way as well. I think for now, because I know that there's something further into perception that I'd like, I may put it into perception. There's some good stuff in endurance too, and that would increase our health though. Maybe I'll throw an extra point into endurance for now. So now, when we check our Pip-Boy, we go into, let's see, what is it? Our stats. When we check our special, you'll see that our endurance is now at 2. Alright, is there anything else of value in here? A wooden block, V and F. Sean's crib.
I'm coming, buddy.
Blue table lamp. Oh my god, now we can finally take the board game. Maybe we'll finally get a chance to play it. Now, we'll have to keep an eye whenever we press our Pip-Boy. If we look at our inventory, see in the bottom left corner, I pointed this out yesterday, but 36 to 210. Also, I took this, but I didn't read it. Do I have to read it to get the thing from it? No, I think I already have the... Okay, but I can look at the cover, which is sweet. Grognak the Barbarian. Alright, so I think we're good on that end. I've looked at everything in the house. Should start searching for other places as well. Okay, so these are our neighbors' houses that were completely, more or less, blown open, so we should be able to see if there's any supplies that we can get out of those as well. So I can also sprint, that uses up my action points. Those are the same action points that I use for VATS. Got a shopping basket, a bloatfly, which has got a gold watch, and a bloatfly gland. I have a feeling we'll probably stop taking a lot of the lesser enemies' guts and stuff. A lot of that stuff is, things you can eat. We're not going to really need that. Oh, a Nuka-Cola that has somehow survived. And a pork and beans. This is all stuff we can eat in case we get in trouble. Bubblegum. The best thing that could happen is we'll get a hold of, that looks weird. Not really sure why that's there. The best thing that could happen is we get a hold of a lot of stim packs. Stim packs would be the best case scenario, but not always sure if we're going to run into those. So we should probably grab some food just in case. Well, look here, we have a safe. It's a novice lock. Lockpicking. Adjust the bobby pin with the left stick. Use the right stick to turn the screwdriver. If the spot you've chosen is correct, the lock will rotate and open. If the lock resists, release the right stick and use the left stick to reposition. So, this is similar from past games. Got it open.
Yes.
Alright, and inside there was quite a bit of good stuff. We've got some 38 rounds, 10mm rounds, mentats. Will it actually explain what these do? No, I don't think so. Some of the stuff is going to be unfamiliar because it's been a while since I played, so I remember the word mentats, I just don't remember what they do. We'll take them. A pipe pistol, damage 13, fire rate 55 plus. So actually, this is really convenient because right now I'm holding my pistol, and you'll notice that next to all of these stats, it shows either plus or minus or plus 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 or minus 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 what it does. So like the fire rate is faster, the damage is lower, the weight is, I guess, a lot higher, but it's also got some value. So I'm assuming, I'm on the safe right now, if I go to my inventory and look at my pistol, you can see why it was saying that for what I have equipped, because the damage on my pistol was 18, I have a lot more ammo, things like that. So that's really cool that it tells you that based on, you know, what you're holding, so you know just at a quick glance if something's better or not. I'm still going to take it because I can sell it. But still, got pre-war money, Rad-X, Rad-Away, some shotgun shells, thank you, and a silver fork, which is made of silver, so even though it doesn't weigh much, it has a value of 4. I'll take it. Alright, what else we got here? Pack of cigarettes, laundered loungewear. Not really interested in the loungewear. At earliest convenience, we'll probably want to get some better armor, because right now we are still, as you can see in our vault, 111 says hold this and use this up and down to adjust your view, so you can actually circle and look at grit. And it also showed me that there was a bloat fly back here, but I don't think we're going to grab that gland. Getting that gold watch was nice. A plastic pumpkin. I'm good. Is there anything else in here? Going to continue to investigate. Getting a nice early start here and like get some really good supplies right out of the gate would be really wonderful. And that's what happens when you take the time to fully explore. And I generally play these types of games very thoroughly. And we're going to be rewarded for that. Yeah, I tried activating, and as one may expect, television does not work. An extinguisher? Don't think we can access any of these cabinets. There's nothing down here. TV dinner tray. TV dinner tray. Whatever. A flip lighter. That could be valuable. I don't know what was up with these people, but they really wanted TV dinners. A caps stash. I got 21 bucks. I will take that. Anything in here? These people don't have a mirror, unfortunately, because that's where I've been finding like stim packs and bobby pins and stuff, and that's been nice. Because stim packs and bobby pins, that's stuff we're going to use like the entire game. Vault Tech lab coat. So one of our neighbors actually worked for Vault Tech? Interesting. So right now we have the Vault 111 jumpsuit on. Damage resist 5 and 10, weight 1, value 20. We also have now a lab coat, which apparently will... It gives us 0 instead, so it's not all that great, but it gives us 2 intelligence. So I guess that would increase our intelligence by 2. Of course, we also have our wedding ring. Continue to look around. The radio. Not really sure where Codsworth flew off to. I know he was looking around as well. But he was apparently in a much bigger hurry to get to a certain spot than I was, because I'm exploring and I'm finding some stuff. Got an ammo box. Getting a lot of ammo for this gun, which is really, really helpful. And I've actually heard from some of my friends who are also playing Fallout 4 that the game is hard. A lot of people said that the game is actually pretty difficult, and they've had a lot of trouble, especially early on, dying a lot. So we haven't really run into any problems yet, but I suspect that it's going to happen at some point. Anything back here? This could at least get us into the backyard. Don't know if there's anything back here. Or an entranceway. No, this place is completely decimated. There's a doghouse. Let's turn around and go back. Stick kind of close to the path. We've been lucky that this place hasn't really been hit with bandits or raiders or anything. Codsworth said he didn't notice anything unusual. That's nice. These places are all completely flattened. There you are, Codsworth. Where have you been? What's up with these decorations? Oh! It just occurred to me. When the bomb just dropped, it was almost Halloween. That makes sense.
Jones, your family isn't here either. They're really gone, aren't they?
Sean's out there, Codsworth. I need to find him.
What about Concord, sir? Plenty of people there. And last I checked, they only pummeled me with sticks a few times before I had to run back home.
There's still people alive in Concord?
Yes, although they're a bit rough. You remember the way? Just across the southern footbridge, out of the neighborhood and past the Red Rocket Station? I shall remain here and secure the home front.
Codsworth.
There must be someone who can help you in Concord.
Okay, excuse me. I'm going to keep looking around here. The trifold American flag. It's not mine, though. I took mine. Just curious about that. I know that one of the features in Fallout 4 that's new to the series is you can kind of establish a base of operations and make your own place. So maybe I'll have a chance to actually set up some of my old stuff. Could even come back and maybe get some of Sean's things and set them up. That'd be nice. That's a little odd. Butterfly meat. I have to check the difference between the meat and the glands. Be curious about that. But right now I'm doing okay. I'll probably end up checking the stuff when I'm in the heat of battle and I need to desperately, like, eat something. Another butterfly. As you may have guessed, because we saw those crazy cockroaches, these are just normal flies. It's just the radiation over the years has not been kind. More meat. Yeah, I'll take the meat. I'm sure it's radiated to hell and back, but might help. Nothing in this mirror. Oh, there's something around somewhere. Don't know where. Toy car and baby rattle. Oh. Anything down here? No. It's gonna be a lot of scavenging. Shadeless table lamp. Plastic pumpkin. Yeah, I don't really want random toy cars if it's not my son's. Alright, I think we're done here. There wasn't very much stuff in here either. Man, the neighborhood's actually pretty big. I'm really impressed, to be honest. I mean, some of the stuff is completely destroyed, but for the most part, you can go in, you know, like all of these places, and that's really awesome. Now, is this just... Okay, this is just the other side of the street. So I was on that side. So I just need to wander down here a little bit. So Codsworth's just going to chill at home. Okay, so you do that. I'm going to see if there's a few other supplies in the area. We have a typewriter. Don't know if that's of any use. Wonder glue, scalpel, and toothpaste. All sounds like tools to me. Things I can use. Power station. Power armor station. I think my neighborhood is actually going to become a base of operations in and of itself. A weapons workbench. So how does this work? We can take our pistol and we can do mods to it. We can scrap it for parts, or we can modify it. We also have the pipe pistol, security baton. So currently the value of my pistol, I have 2 of them, is 50. I also have this pipe pistol, which I don't particularly need, but it can be scrapped for parts. So if I hit scrap, it'll give me 4 steel. Sure, we'll do that. Once again, completely new to this game, still learning stuff, and I'm going to learn a lot from you guys, but in these initial 5 episodes, a lot of it's just going to be kind of getting it all started off, so let's try and modify this. So we can do standard receiver, short barrel, standard grip, standard magazine, standard sights. Oh, I see. I see. So we can change it to this. So instead of a short barrel, we can modify it to a long barrel. It requires the stuff that we already have, and it would increase our range. You see our range goes to 119. Currently it's at 83. It goes to 119. We also... It increases the value as well. Can't increase the magazine. That's the thing I would be really interested in. Comfort grip, which would increase our accuracy by a little bit. Okay. And we already did that one. This would change what? This decreases the damage a little bit, but increases the weight and value. Heavy frame receiver. Hardened receiver. That would increase the damage a little bit. Increases the value a lot and lowers the weight. That seems like a pretty solid idea. Let's build that. Also increases our experience. So now we have a gun that does more damage, is worth more, and actually weighs less. So these are good things. Oh wait, the minus means it weighs more. Okay. So it weighs more now. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Otherwise it would just be a bunch of positives. Still, we now have a better weapon. And that's pretty swell. So let's go back. So these are all the different slots that we can adjust. We used up a lot of our parts doing that, but that's okay. We can even rename it. Okay. I think I'll leave it alone for now because it's just our hardened pistol, but you can see the changes there. Exit station. Modding and crafting stations and workshop locations will automatically share items you store in them, but only if you've unlocked the workshop in their location. That's kind of like the ender chest in Minecraft. And that's actually really neat. Let's see if there's anything else around here before we end off this episode. A used oil can, I don't think that would be of any particular worth. I mean, I have to remember that everything now has some value. Everything is worthwhile in some way. It's hard to remember that. Also, who set these lamps here? I didn't really think about that till just now, but someone else has got to be around, right? I can't be the only one here. I mean, there's some candles that have burned out, but someone's been here. Clean black suit. I'm going to take a look at that. Clean black suit. Increases your charisma. I don't really need that because my charisma's already 9, but still pretty cool. Nothing else here. And I think that's the end of that house. Man. This is a place. Also, the sun is looking like it's probably going to be setting soon. And that means that this place is probably going to get dangerous. That's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, I continued to hold down this button, and now something happened. The workshop allows you to build, adjust, and remove nearby objects and structures. Wait, what? Well, this was unexpected, so I can, like... I mean, I knew that I could do this sort of thing, but I didn't know that I was just allowed to do it right off the bat. So I can, like, make a bed. I can build a bed and put a bed here. Really? That's really cool. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's really neat. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow for another episode of Stephen Plays Fallout 4.